Good evening, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. Students, now is the session of business study. As usually, it happens every day. And in the previous sessions, we are discussing the fundamental principles of management given by Henry Fayol. And till now, we have discussed 5 or 6 principles given by him, and today I would like to proceed with some more principles given by him. The next principle after fair remuneration to implies is the principle of centralization and the principle of decentralization. Okay, what does this principle state? What does this principle suggest to the managers while managing an enterprise? Before knowing this, let us first understand centralization of what and decentralization of what. Centralization of authority and decentralization of authority. Okay, authority is what? The right or power to make decision is called authority. Okay, so when we say centralization, then it means centralization of power or centralization of authority either in one hand or in very few hands. This will be called centralization of authority. And if we say decentralization, then it means a scatteredness of the authority, dispersion of the authority, not in the hand of one or few, but in the hands of many. Okay, that means when decision making power is condensed, then it is called centralization, and when decision making power is dispersed, then it is called decentralization. Okay, and it is very much important to distribute the authority among managerial personals, otherwise the decisions may not be taken properly on time by the right persons, and it will affect overall performance of the organization. Okay, so distribution of authority from top to bottom levels of management is an important exercise to give a solid structure to the organization. Okay, Henry Fayol has suggested that there should not be complete centralization of authority, and also there should not be complete decentralization of authority in an organization. Then what should be there? According to Henry Fayol, there should be a check and balance between the centralization and the decentralization of authority. Okay, he says that the authority of making major decisions should be centralized in the hands of top level management or in the hands of more responsible managers, whereas the decisions of routine nature, means which are related to everyday operations of the enterprise, okay, should be taken by other managers working at lower level or at middle level. Okay, so The major decisions should be taken by the top level management, such as decision of making new investment, decision of starting new project, making a tie-up with other enterprise, or the decisions like this. But so long as the routine decisions are concerned, the major decisions making authority should be centralized in the hands of top level management. And so long as routine decisions are concerned, like purchase of raw material, leave to the workers, deciding duration of work, etc., replacement of machines, repairing, etc., etc., these decisions can be left on the wisdom of other managers working at different levels. Okay, so according to Henry Fayol, if the principle of centralization and decentralization is very wisely followed in an organization, then it will help in a smooth operation of business, because all the decisions, minor as well as majors, are taken promptly by the concerned managers on time. Okay, in fact, you can say management is a decision making process, and the success of organization depends on how quickly and correctly a decision has been taken. Okay, so centralization and decentralization both ensure the decisions to be taken in a balanced way and on proper time. Okay, there will be some positive effects of this principle on an organization, such as the decisions will be taken up on time, quickly, such as the decisions will be taken up by the right person, such as there will not be a problem of ego clash as the authority will be well defined, such as the resources will be efficiently utilized. Why? Because the decisions are promptly taken, such as it will help in making or establishing proper coordination. Okay, so there are so many positive effects of this principle. And suppose if this principle is not followed in an organization, then all these benefits will not be achieved by the concerned organization. Okay, and in fact there will be a situation, a chaotic situation, a situation of chaos and anarchy will be found, will be observed everywhere throughout the organization. Okay, so this principle of centralization and decentralization is now clear. The next principle of Henry Fayol is the principle of a scalar chain. Okay, what about this principle? What is a scalar chain? If you define a scalar chain, then it can be defined as a systematic flow of authority from the highest to lowest rank, or it is a systematic network of communication among the organizational personnels. This is called a scalar chain. Okay. In fact, Henry Fayol had suggested that any communication between the two personnels of the organization will take place only through the authority. That means if a person wants to communicate with other person, then he can communicate if is permitted by the concerned authority, or if the content of communication is in the knowledge of the concerned authority. And in fact, there is a chain of authority throughout the organization, and by following this chain only, one can communicate with others in the organization. Okay? This chain is a straight in its flow from top to bottom. And this chain of authority and communication from top to bottom in a straight line is also called Fiole's ladder of communication. Okay? And in fact, it is a system of establishing communication among the personals working in the organization. Okay? However, there may be some circumstances in which emergency may arise to build up immediate communication between the two personals. And the person who wants to establish communication with another, not having the time to communicate to his concerned authority or the person who is above him in position, then that person can also make direct contact with other, but only in emergency. If it is very much urgent to make immediate communication, immediate contact. Okay? It is called gangplank in terminology of management given by Henry Fiole. Okay? So a scalar chain is a systematic network of communication and authority, and gangplank is the violation of this chain, but only in the case of emergency, if it is not possible to contact with immediate superior. Okay, so this is called the principle of a scalar chain, which must be followed strictly in an organization according to Henry Fiole. If this principle of a scalar chain is followed, then there will be some of its positive effects, such as the communication will flow orderly in a systematic manner, such as there will not be any dilution in the informations. Many authorities, okay, and there will be an honor to the authority also in communication. Okay, it will help in making decisions quickly, and overall informations will flow in the organization in a systematic way, right? And suppose this principle is not followed, there will be so many violating effects of this principle. The communication will not flow properly, decisions will not be taken quickly, there will not be respect for authority, there will not be good relations between the authority and subordinates, superiors and subordinates. So many chaotic situations may arise if this principle is not followed in the organization according to Henry Fiole, right? The next principle of Henry Fiole is the principle of order. What does this principle state? This principle states that there should be an orderly or systematic arrangement of the human resource as well as physical resource in an organization. Okay? Henry Fiole has suggested two types of the orders in an organization. One is called physical order and the other is called social order, right? Physical order means orderly arrangement of physical things, physical resources like machine, material, etc., instruments, tools, etc. And social order means orderly arrangement of the people. Under social order, Fowle says that everyone should be placed at right job and there should be a right place for everyone. Similarly, under physical order, Henry Fowle says that the available resources could be utilized in more better way towards achievement of the goals and objectives, and operation of activities will also take place without interruption, without delay, without duplication and without wastage. Okay, so Henry Fowle says that the principle of order should be followed by managers in an enterprise. Suppose this principle is not followed, then what will be its suppose this principle is followed in an organization, then what will be its positive impacts? First, there will be efficient utilization of resources. Second, there will be no wastage of time in searching out the things and persons. Third, there will be prompt decisions, quick decisions on time for operation of the activities. Next, if the principle of order is followed, then everyone will get satisfied with his job and there will not be the problems of duplication and wastage. These are the benefits, the main benefits which can be obtained from the principle of order, right? And suppose this principle, if is not followed, then it will have the adverse effects, violating effects on the organization, just opposite to the benefits which we have discussed. Okay, so along with this principle, I would like to finish my lecture for today, and tomorrow again I will be available for you. Thank you very much till then.